guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius for Mercury retrograde. We are officially in the retrograde parade. It's a time of year, happens every year. We do have more than one Mercury retrograde cycle per year, but this is the one I like to pay attention to because of all the other retrograde activity that's included with it. So we have Mercury is retrograde, Venus is retrograde in Leo, Saturn is retrograde in Pisces, Neptune is retrograde in Pisces, Pluto is retrograde in Capricorn, Chiron is retrograde in Aries, and Uranus just stationed retrograde yesterday in the sign of Taurus. So that's a lot of retrograde activity. We are also in the energy of the full super blue moon in Pisces as I record this. She will be at her peak at 9:35 p.m. Eastern time, so check your local listings. I did a very powerful full moon reading for this lunation that was published yesterday. I'll put a little tag here, and I'll tag it at the end in the end screen. So if you missed it, go watch it. It kind of was perfect. A lot of good information in the first 8 minutes as well. So, Mercury is retrograde in the sign of Virgo. That's one of the signs he rules, so he's pretty happy there. Well, usually that makes for a little bit of a bumpier ride, right? He's not as tentative in the sign of Virgo or Gemini. Those are the signs he rules. So what you want to do is what we're trying to get you to do, in case this is the first retrograde reading you're watching, is we want you to find the retrograde path. So it began at 8 degrees of Virgo. He moved all the way to 21 degrees of Virgo. He turned around, stationed retrograde, and now he's making his way back through Virgo to 8 degrees. He'll turn around, I want to say, on September 15th. Stations direct and goes back over that same territory. So you want to find 8 degrees to 21 degrees of Virgo on the outside of your natal chart. It doesn't matter if there are planets there or not. Doesn't matter if it's your rising sign. It doesn't matter. You're looking for the house placement. The house placement tells you the area of life that is most likely being impacted by this transit. Okay? And when Mercury is retrograde, it's all the re's, right? It's reevaluating, reassessing, rethinking, reconsidering, reorganizing, recommitting, reuniting, reconnecting. So people tend to come back from the past during Mercury retrograde Venus too, and she's still retrograde in Leo. So find the area of life. And if you're not sure what it means for you, just say, Laura, 8 degrees of Virgo to 21 degrees of Virgo, third house, right? Whatever. And it could be split between 2 houses. That's my situation. I have a second and third house. Virgo spans those 2. So let me know in the comments and I will be happy to tell you how that might impact you. Okay, so that's what we're looking at for Mercury retrograde. So what I want to do is I'm going to pull from Super Attractor, get a card for each sign, but it doesn't matter which order it is. I say Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, whichever cards speak to you, just claim it. And then we'll do the tarot spread. So here we go for Super Attractor for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. For Mercury retrograde. This is still a general reading though, not a private reading, so it may not resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a private reading, there's a link in the description box below. You have to scroll a little bit. That will take you to my booking page where you can read all about that offer. Here we go. Let's activate this reading. This is the second time this card has come out. Oh, you get the Super Attractor card. So first, when I'm patient, fire sign, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself. When I'm patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself. That's good. Directing my focus onto what's thriving creates more of what I want. Yes, so look at what's going well. Yeah, the lighting's very weird today, guys. I am in the post glow of Hurricane Idalia, and I'm being flooded with light here. Directing my focus onto what's thriving creates more of what I want. Right, because the universe wants to give you what you want, and if you're focused on what's growing and thriving and going in the right direction, the universe says, oh, I get it. They want more of that. Got it? Okay. That is my theory of manifestation, by the way. And the last card, I choose to be a super attractor and have unwavering faith in the universe. Yes. What are you attracting here, fire sign? You choose to be a super attractor and have unwavering faith in the universe. Yes, that feels like the star energy coming through. Let me see if I can't dial this down a touch. There, that's a little bit better, because I feel like I'm being interrogated. All right, here we go. I'm going to pull the spread. I'm doing a modified Celtic cross, and then I'll give you my general impressions. We'll jump in with clarifiers for the details. The extended will be broken out into each sign. So I'll do an Aries, a Leo, and a Sagittarius spread in the extended. And that link is in the first sentence of the description box below. And in a minute, I'll tell you what we're going to be looking at for that. Here we go. Well, hello, Leo. The sun. The sun, we're showing up with focus on our happiness and thriving and success and manifestation. What's crossing us here? Queen of Swords. There may be some unanswered questions that are impacting your happiness on some level. There may be a lack of clarity, something that you need to kind of get real level-headed about. Let's see what we have in unconscious awareness. Seven of Pentacles. There's the patience that's required as things unfold more organically. In the past, Two of Wands, choosing the path, like determining what do I want, which path is going to get me there, and what do I have to set in motion for it to arrive in your conscious awareness, my friends. Emperor comes in, powerful divine masculine energy. Yes, and going forward, the Four of Swords. So maybe as you're patiently waiting for this person to reveal some truths or answer some questions or give you some clarity, it's all leading up to some form of healing. This to me is a Mercury retrograde card. I often see the Four of Swords as going to ground and reflecting in a kind of meditative way and reevaluating things. So I know it's a healing card, but I associate it with Mercury retrograde because of the swords, you know. So let's look at the Sun and the Queen of Swords. Knight of Wands, Seven of Cups, Five of Swords. So the questions that you have, it appears, and again, it's a general reading, some mixed messages. There may be some in and out energy in this connection that's causing some confusion with the Seven of Cups. Underneath is the Five of Swords. To me, that's speaking that in unconscious awareness, you may be feeling really defeated in the situation. Like, if this is game playing, I'm not interested. If something's, if somebody's trying to put something over on me, that's got me all confused and a little bit verklempt and overwhelmed. So whatever that Five of Swords energy is for you, it's coming through to me as a sense of defeat in this situation, almost like there's nothing you can do to overcome this confusion and the lack of clarity, and someone who kind of hasn't really thought things through and acts on impulse. And even though you want them to show up and you want to open the door and you want to have the happiness, there's some aspect that isn't, it doesn't compute. It doesn't compute. And so therefore it leaves you in this energy of confusion, overwhelm, lacking clarity. So that Queen of Swords in the challenged position kind of coming through reversed, maybe even a little defensive as a result because you feel like you're being set up. So let's see what the Seven of Pentacles has. Ace of Wands, Knight of Cups, Nine of Swords. Yeah, you're waiting for this person to kind of, to light the fire under their behind and come in with an offer from their heart. And there's a lot of residual anxiety attached to this. There may be some sleepless nights as you stay in this energy of the Seven of Pentacles, which is the patience energy that was referenced in your oracle. It's like, yeah, I've planted the seeds of intention and now I've got to wait for it to grow according to the laws of nature. But that doesn't sort of settle the worried mind and the anxious heart. And that's what I'm feeling here, because here we've got love and passion, but the action that needs to be taken is coming from this Knight of Cups. And so it's like you're in a holding pattern, if that makes sense. And that can be very anxiety provoking. So let's look at the Two of Wands in the past. Five of Cups, the Empress, the Four of Wands. I feel like you've chosen this connection, but you're not sure the other person has. Right? There's something here. It's like, I chose this path, I choose this connection, divine feminine and now divine masculine in this reading, by the way. And your thoughts are on, we should be happy, we should be together, and we should be happy. But I'm sitting in all of this disappointment and a sense that something has been lost to me, because it feels to me like only one of you has chosen this connection or has chosen the nature of it, right? It's not just the connection, it's what it means. It's a soul connection. It's a sacred connection. And I feel like there's some disappointment that's lingering here. And you're sitting here with all this, right? Because, okay, so it takes me a minute sometimes. With the Knight of Wands, they show up and there's passion and enthusiasm and great chemistry, but then they keep going out the door, right? So that's where the frustration is. That's where the anxiety lives. That's where the disappointment lives. They arrive, but they don't stay. So let's see the Emperor. Yeah. This is it. You're like, nope. And this really pertains to this full moon, because if you watch that reading, if you haven't, please do. There's a strong conjunction between this full moon in Pisces with Saturn retrograde in Pisces. They're only a few degrees apart. And Saturn is the great teacher and the Lord of Karma. And Saturn wants you to take this stuff very seriously and be responsible with your spiritual gifts, your spiritual practice, your energy, your intuition. And right across the way, the Sun in Virgo is like, and make sure you stay on task and make sure you cross your T's and dot your I's and that you know what it is you want and where you're headed. That's what I'm seeing here. You're thinking of a future with this divine masculine. You want to close out a difficult cycle or a cycle that has left you seated in some energy of feeling devalued or questioning how this person values you, right? And so this is you saying, nope, I'm done with that. I want to clear this out. I want a future. I don't want to be left holding the bag. I don't want to be dismissed, disavowed, devalued. I don't want to sit in that kind of instability. Nope, nope, nope. So I like that it comes through with a lot of confidence and certainty about your own future and what's important to you. And next comes the healing. And this is a very healing full moon, by the way. So Four of Swords. Four of Swords. Spirit's like, yeah, Laura, tell him it's very healing. Yeah. You know why? Because once you make that clear, these are my terms. I'm being responsible about my future and the kind of connection that I want and how I want to feel in that connection. I am working on getting my clarity around it because I'm sitting here in the fog machine. And going forward, we have Four of Swords twice with the beautiful Two of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. It's all about reciprocity. It's all about equal give and take. It is not about somebody just showing up when it's convenient for them and suits their agenda and meets their needs. It has to be a two-way street. And that's where I feel things went sideways in the past, because you made that commitment. You chose that path. They did not. They keep showing up when it works for them, and then they're gone. Yep. And I see you saying, that does not work for me. I'm closing out that cycle. Okie dokie. So once you make that decision, it feels to me like some healing comes in. You get very crystal clear about the kind of relationship you're seeking, and or what you will take the ultimate stand for in this connection. Meaning, it feels a little ultimatum-ish. It feels not in a negative way, in a wait a minute, this isn't working for me in this way. This is causing me to feel less than, to feel defeated, to feel played, to feel betrayed, to feel rejected, abandoned, discarded, devalued, right? And I'm sitting here with all this anxiety. Hell no, all this unhappiness and disappointment. So all these fives that are present are reflecting the change, and that instability. And I feel like with you coming in saying, nope, that's the cycle I'm closing out. I don't want to feel this way anymore. I want to be happy, the Sun. Once that happens, I feel you get a lot of healing around this, and whether or not you're able to, let's say, put a bow on it in your own connection and have that be the outcome that is manifested, or you choose to move on. You get your healing around it and you move on. Either way, it looks good to me. So what I'm going to do before I give you the astrology and the extended is I'm going to do the signs individually, and we're going to look at what do you need to reevaluate in this connection? What do you need to recommit to? Those are Mercury retrograde themes. And then once you make those adjustments, where might this lead? So that's what we're doing. If this resonated for you, you can follow me to the extended. The Sun is the Sun, but it rules Leo. We have the Queen of Swords is Libra. Sorry. We have the Knight of Wands is Sagittarius. The Knight of Cups is Pisces. Beautiful Empress here is Venus, Taurus, and Libra. The Emperor is Aries, ruled by Mars. We have Saturn here, which rules Aquarius and Capricorn. Well, once upon a time ruled Aquarius. It's the as above, so below card. So you're working it out on both ends of the spectrum in both realms. So that's what I have for you, my beautiful fire signs. The link to the extended is below. Full moon blessings to all, and check out that reading if you missed it, and I'll see you at the extended in a second. Bye.